At Press, I'm here with Alexander Volkanovski for UFC 245 Fight Week in Las Vegas, taking on Max Holloway, fighting for the title. You're fighting against arguably the best featherweight in UFC history. I know it's every fighter's goal to eventually be champion. Would you say that you're on pace with that goal, or are you ahead of it, or what?
Mate, yeah, look, we've had great champions in the featherweight division, very good idols as well, you know what I mean, great champions, humble champions, and I plan on doing the same. So, but yeah, man, I guarantee you I'm there, you know what I mean, I'm ready for this fight 100%. I definitely believe I'm the guy to take out Max. He's a great champion, a great fighter, but stylistically, I believe I'm more than the man to do the job. I believe I'm the man to do the job for anyone in our division at the moment. But you know, right now I've got Max to focus on, and again, mate. When we're talking about pace and am I ready for this fight, I guarantee you I'm more than ready.
How do you feel about him jumping around divisions, and now he's even talking about, you know, wanting to do boxing, which everybody seems to be talking about nowadays? Do you feel like that causes somebody to lose focus on the task at hand?
No, I don't think so. You know what I mean? He's a motivated guy. You could see, like, obviously to have a cardio, a gas tank like that, he's always pushing himself in the gym. He's always doing, even being able to work game plans like he does. So he's always eager to get out there and get the job done. So he's got that drive no matter what he does. Whatever job's in front of him, he's going to focus 100%. There's plenty of minutes in the day, plenty of hours in the day to think about what's ahead. But let's be real. He's been talking about moving up. He cuts a lot of weight, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? That's obviously on his mind. And again, I don't mean this disrespectfully. I know I've said it a few times, but I will make that decision easier for him. I plan on taking that belt, and he's going to feel that strength. He's going to feel that, all right, this guy's the real deal. I didn't want to be in the featherweight division anyway, you know what I mean? Again, he's a great champion. Maybe his future is in lightweight or boxing, but right now I think it's my time. So I do believe the Blessed Era ends Saturday night. And that's no disrespect to him. It's my time.
You and I have a couple things in common. I played rugby in college 4 years. I played rugby union. League is a little bit different. You have to be a little bit more fast-paced. Did you feel like – I made the same transition as well from rugby to MMA. How did you feel like that was a good background to come from? Because I felt it was a little – the takedowns were harder than I thought they would be because I was a good tackler, you know?
Yeah, of course. Obviously, yeah, people see tackling, and we've done that countdown video and stuff like that. Obviously, I'm not going to just run and sprint and just dive at an MMA fighter like that. You've got to be a lot more technical than that. But when you're talking about drive, when you're talking about power, and you know what I mean, especially me, I was a front rower, so I was one of the, you know, you in positions like whatever you.
I was a lock.
The biggest guys, yeah. So that was the position I played. And I'm 5'6". So yes.
I would have thought you were like a scrum half or something. You were a big boy, huh?
I was 97 kilograms, 214 pounds. So I was just a ball.
To put that in perspective, I'm 210, so man, you were a big boy. Yeah. You said you were front row. Yeah, that's a good position.
Big cheeks. I was a heavy dude. So you could imagine the position I played and the drive that I had to do, and I just would run straight. You know what I mean? So, and obviously the big boys running at me, and I held my own more than okay in there, you know what I mean? So now I'm used to 250-pound guys, and you know what I mean? Now I get to fight featherweight. So it just like, you know what I mean? There's obviously techniques and all that are going to be much different, but when you're talking about drive and all things like that.
And the toughness. Of
course, 100%, mate, 100%. I was the type of person that if we're in our half trying to get the ball out of our, you know what I mean? I wasn't the one scoring all the tries. I was the one getting us out of trouble. That's how I was. I've always had that drive. I was like, if we were in our end, I was like, give me the ball. I'll get us out of here. So I've always been like that, and I feel like I take that in the cage. If I'm put in a bad position, I ain't going to shy away from it. I'm going to get myself out of that position. I'm going to get us out of there 100%.
Yeah, I know what you mean. The boys in the forward pack never get the glory and get to score on the tries. So last thing for me, another thing we have in common, I was looking at your record, and I noticed like your fourth fight you lost by TKO. I won my first two fights, lost the third one by TKO. So I know it's tremendously demoralizing for that to happen. And then after that, it's obviously something changed because you never lost another fight again. You're on a tremendous streak. What changed in your mentality and your approach?
Look, that was just very early in my career. But I mean, it was a good, as you said, right now I'm very glad it happened. Eye-open for me at the time, like you said, it feels like, oh man, like, you know, what do I do? But right now it's like it was absolutely perfect. Obviously, you hear people, you learn so much from your losses. Yeah, it's as cliche as it is, but it's so true. So I was a guy, like, obviously I had that wrestling background because I wrestled before rugby league, and I had a big overhand right. It was working okay in that fight, but then he was still able to control me and grapple me and stuff like that. And that was really an eye-opener for me and my coach to be like, all right, let's do some jiu-jitsu. So obviously it was the division, that was 77 kilograms. I was welterweight, a division I should never have been in. A guy I should never have fought. He was pound for pound number one. It was very early in my career. And you know what I mean? So it was just a fight that I shouldn't have done. But it made me decide to lose the weight, go to a lighter division, start grappling. So I'd done like 3-4 months of grappling straight after that. And literally my next fight after that, I was known as a grappler. So that just shows you how much of a change I've made. And my whole career, probably leading up to my last 2 fights, people knew me as more of a grappler. And you could thank that loss for that. And you know what I mean? And obviously I'm in a division I should be. And you could thank that loss for that. So it really did put me in a position where I had to be like, all right, maybe that division's not good for me. Maybe I need to change things up. We did it, and then we've had success ever since.
Well, it's a very big moment for you, sir, and I thank you for your time.
Thank you.